Hey, what's going on YouTube? It is time for our monthly Dark Visions ticket summon video. This is for Dark Visions 29. As usual, the Neo Visions rate is 3%. Yeah, usually we go into this expecting nothing and getting nothing, and that's okay because it's just kind of fun. And we just kind of talk a little bit about Dark Visions, how this one has compared to previous Dark Visions, or in this case, the most recent thing we had was a World of Visions event. I guess it feels like it's been a long couple of months, I guess, since we've had a Dark Vision. So we're gonna go ahead and do our tickets, and I'll talk a little bit about what we get along the way and how this Dark Visions has compared. Yeah, pretty cool. So let's go ahead and start, and we'll go one at a time here. Let's see here. I got the last Dark Visions event that we had was the World of Visions event for Final Fantasy VIII. And that was really intense. Like, I feel like that was the first one I really had to work at, like, trying to get a rank 1. I did get a rank 1. It was intense. It was a very, like, you know, very RNG, very variance, you know. Gosh, yeah, we're off to a great start, you know. Very variance oriented, and for me personally, I just kind of skimmed by at the last minute and I got my rank 1, and then tried to put out a video for it, and like I couldn't recreate it. It was super annoying. Just variance, right? Two-handed katana variance on Nibara was just nutty. So, you know, that's a thing. And so we're back to Dark Visions, and you know, Dark Visions I think is, as I've said before, not my favorite kind of content. Just because it's you know, it's all variance on the last couple of days, and people cheat, and that's annoying. And if you either have the units or you don't, here we go. You either have the units or you don't. And for a while it was either have Riku or you don't, and now it has very clearly become you either have Genesis or you don't. Although I guess Genesis was like the main unit that people were using. Now I think people have switched over to a Wind team, which is kind of funny because, like, you know, Wind for so long has been really bad, but now that we have, you know, a global unit fixing that, Wind has become much better. And I think that's the top teams right now are, as of the time this is recorded, are Wind teams, I believe. I don't really care that much. You know, one, I don't have Malphase. I guess I also don't have Eiko. And I also don't have Genesis, so I'm not like running any of the top teams, and as a result, like, I just really didn't care. Like, I found a strategy that kind of worked. I could kind of recreate it, minus Genesis, and I just did it and, you know, optimized it as best I could. In the end, you know, I'm not ranking very well, and that's okay, because this is not my content, and I'm okay with that. I would like for these pulls to go well, though. What a cool looking unit that is no good. Gotta love it. So yeah, without Genesis, I tried doing like a fire team using Rain and Cleome and Dwayne, and Ingus and stuff like that, and like it worked pretty well. You know, I think I ended up doing like 13 billion, 14 billion, something like that, maybe 14.4. I just didn't care that much. Like, I just wanted to get in and get a decent clear, and you know, we'll see how we do. I usually try to be top 1,000. I'm not going to be top 1,000. Like, it's just not going to happen. And you could argue, you could go use your Lapis replica to go get a Genesis and do a little better. I could. Or I could see how it's going to go tomorrow. Like, who knows? What? Maybe I'll get a Genesis tomorrow, and then that Lapis replica will be wasted. I'd rather use that like select ticket to get something that I definitely want at the end of the time that the replica is available. Because I could get I could get a random Genesis on any ticket, not these tickets, but any random ticket. I don't want to waste that. You know, I feel like using that to pick something I definitely need is better than just like getting something I want. Because even if I had a Genesis, I wouldn't necessarily be getting. That was good. That was good. That was a guy. That's Human Killer. Good for tomorrow. Even if I had Genesis, that doesn't mean I have everything else. Like, I kind of feel like it's best to use those resources to pick something that's definitely gonna like shore up your account. I've got a very strong account in general. you know, I'm able to play the content I want to play. I'm able to do Dark Vision, or not Dark Vision, Clash of Wills. And, you know, I've gotten rank 1 every month since Kaito, you know, and I'm just not that worried about, like, Dark Visions. It's just not my jam. I wish I had a better reason to be motivated for it other than, like, you know, getting a little bit of Lapis, but, like, we don't have Dark Visions Abyss, so there's nothing really for me to compete for or push for, other than just, like, bragging rights that I don't care about, because there's always be somebody with a better account than me, and that's just the way it goes. Like, I can't fight that reality, you know, just because I want to have a better account. Like, I could chase after it and spend money on units and get what I want and whatever, but I'd rather focus on Clash of Wills. Like, if I'm gonna get units, I'd like them to be useful for more than one thing. Clash of Wills units lately have been good at trials, have been really good at Dark Visions, have been good at obviously Clash of Wills. I just haven't been able to get a couple of them that I really wanted. Like, I tried to throw tickets and get Nora, couldn't get Nora. I tried to throw tickets and some Lapis to get Malphase, couldn't get her. Hopefully the next one's better. You know, we'll see. Better luck. I gotta have good luck eventually. But yeah, at this point, I'm just happy to get my Galvanite. As long as I get some Galvanite, at least a little bit of Galvanite, I'm happy. Especially now that more and more Espers are getting upgraded to use the Galvanite system. I want to have a stockpile of it. Not like every Galvanite ever, obviously, because I'd have to get sub rank 1000 to get that. But having some is better than nothing. So we got 10 tickets to go. That's exciting. So far, we expected nothing and I've gotten nothing, so I'm okay with that. Except a potential Guy STMR that you can get with Star Quartz, so, like, who cares? No matter how good it is. Ooh, and Elena. Decent unit as an NVA for doing support, and less so for doing damage. Excuse me. All right. 8 more to go. So yeah, I don't think the Dark Visions have been that contentious. Other than the upset that, like, Wind is now doing really good, thanks to Malphase. I think that's kind of cool. I've always thought that Wind is a fun element. One of my favorite units is a Wind unit, which is Ferris. But, you know, I don't have the meta Wind damage dealers. I do have mid, but only EX0. And I don't have Malphase, so it's kind of like a moot point. Kind of how it always is for me. Like, you know, I've got, like, a piece of the puzzle for, like, a good team, and then I'm always missing some important piece. Man, 2 Kite Shi. What's the chance of that? I'm just glad that this week I was able to get the Final Fantasy IX content done with a strong friend unit. Thank you, Sinzar. Your Aiko carried me for both of them. I guess that's worth talking about. I feel like the series locked content goes both ways. So sometimes it's fine when the units that you have, like, are when the event is tuned around, like, players being able to use NVAs or old Neo Visions that are series locked, because it's been a long time since we've had a Final Fantasy IX event, you know? As a result, the units just aren't that strong compared to, like, Aiko and the new Zidane. Freya is pretty good, but you have to have the right setup for her, and I don't think that's accessible for most players. So, like, I don't know. I feel like it needs to either be, go ahead and do series locked, but, like, tune it around, you know, accessible units, or make it hard and don't lock it to series. You know, let you use your A2 and your 2B and your Tsukikos and your things like that, but make it actually challenging. You know, I see benefits to both ways. Dark Visions, though, is very boring. Just an opinion. I love the first stages. I love being able to cap the early stages. I hate not being able to cap the final stage. It just takes all the motivation out of it for me. Because I'm just not interested in doing, you know, 1 point better than somebody else. 2 to go. Also, I just want to throw out everybody who maybe watches this. If you have been somebody who has waited till the last day to do Clash of Wills and has found my video useful, I really appreciate hearing from you that it went well, that you were able to get it on the last minute. I've been seeing several YouTube comments popping up today. You know, I got it on the last day. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. So thank you very much for sharing that feedback with me. You know, some people have even asked for like feedback or asked for like me using to do my charts that I do for other types of clears. It is time consuming, but if it's useful to you, I will look into that. But I'm very appreciative of all the feedback and positive vibes that I've gotten from people who were able to get rank 1 today because of my video. So thank you for letting me know. It means a lot to me to say that. You know, if I got positive feedback like that on a regular basis, you know, I might be turned around in the next 10 years. So last ticket, let's see what we got. Hey, it's coming down a rainbow. And it's another Umbral Dark Dragon Fina. Oh my gosh. Umbral Dragon Dark Fina. Yeah, and that's it. That's all our tickets. So some Neo Visions we could have gotten out of this. We could have gotten Luna Freya. We could have gotten Dingus. We could have gotten Ferris. We could have gotten Arden. We could have gotten Kuja. Lots of cool ones we could have picked up, but nothing showing up for us today. That's pretty much it. So we will see you guys tomorrow for Clash, or not Clash Wills, for the new content night over on Twitch, which is not going to be a whole lot because this week is kind of a slow week. But we'll have some fun with it, and then we'll see what kind of comes out of it. But until then, you guys be good to each other, take care, enjoy maintenance. Hope it goes well for you. Hopefully you can watch this video during maintenance and have something to do, entertain yourselves. And we'll see you in the next one. All right, take care.